What indicator do you use? It's a very popular question, but it misses the fact that it's not the indicator that will define your success. It's not the secret settings that are used or the number of indicators that are tossed up on a chart. That question, what indicator do you use? It's actually quite meaningless, and it's going to get you no closer to your trading goals knowing that information. Look, as an example, if you see moving averages on a chart, what is the most important variable in the trading plan? Well, how about stochastics? Well, knowing a stochastic is used to help you in making trading decisions? It won't help you at all without knowing an important variable. How about asking how that indicator is used? Now that is a question that can give you actionable information. This chart has 2 moving averages on it. It's nothing too special or complicated. Now if I told you that trading with these 2 averages, I have a superb win rate with low risk and high profit potential trades, what is the logical question? If you said, how do you use them? You would be correct. Now that is actionable information that you could start using to improve your trading. Questions that you ask can point you in the direction of your goals or further away from them. Well, in trading, it's the same thing. Far too many people get caught up in irrelevant thoughts and questions that do not move them closer to where they want to be. Now, if we agree that psychology plays a big part in your trading success, don't you think that you should laser focus on things that matter? Ask questions that can produce actionable answers? Now, if you saw this chart for the first time and could ask one question, you would want to ask a question that would focus on concepts. That question is obviously how to use what is on the chart. Now let's compare some questions. What indicators are you using? Well, I'm using 2 moving averages. Does it help you? Of course not. How do you use the indicators on the chart? Now that is a great question. Now, once they cross over, I'm on alerts for shorts in this case. I need a bar to retrace up into the area between the 2 moving averages and close inside. In the area of prior support or resistance is a good thing. Then, as long as there's not a moving average cross to the upside, I will look to sell stop below the previous lower bar low. The risk is defined above the swing high. In reality though, this is not about an indicator. This is about your focus. Now there are many shiny objects that are looking to grab your attention. In trading, focus is everything. Focusing on following your trading plan. Focusing on following proper capital management so you're able to stay in business even after a string of losses. Focus on understanding that the indicator will not make you successful. Now, I remember when I got into trading and I was deciding how to approach the markets. My question was about how to get on board the trend. How can I get involved in the action and, knowing that most people lose, how to keep my risk low? Now, once I understood the concepts that I wanted to use to approach my trading, I then set out to find out how to make those concepts come alive. Now, I can honestly tell you that I never system jumped. I worked through things, and if I just wasn't getting it, I moved on to something else. But my questions were all related to the concepts in my trading. That was my focus. Questions are good, but the focus should be on actionable information, something that you can run with. If you ask questions in relation to concepts, that can actually propel you into developing your own trading system. Look, even people that use trading systems such as Trend Jumper, some have added or subtracted a few things to suit their needs. But they understand what their needs are because they have focused on the important questions that will empower their trading. They have tweaked it to suit their needs, and they can only understand their needs because they focused on what mattered.